And welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Benedict Construction. BCKnoxville.com is their website. I've been telling you about Benedict Construction for a few months now, and you surely have seen the fine work that I hired them to do here on this set. But they do quality work for everyone. That's how you get a 0 complaints for a year certificate from the Better Business Bureau. That's pretty good. A construction company with no complaints for a year. You're not going to find many that can claim that. Benedict Construction is who you need to call for your next project. They are the masters of remodeling kitchens, bathrooms, living rooms. Take it from me, I know. Now, we go over to the Benedict Construction big board right over there. And what you're looking at is the total number of slots filled by Tennessee players over the last 9 seasons on the coaches' All-SEC first team. Not a lot of guys. You had Evan Berry as a special teams player last year, first team. No one in 2014. A.J. Johnson in 2013. Tight end Michael Rivera and Cordero Patterson, who was listed as an all-purpose player in 2012. No one in 2011 or 2010. Eric Berry did it in 2009. Berry and Robert Ayers did it in 2008. And then in 2007, Anthony Parker, Gerard Mayo, and Jonathan Hefney did it. The Vols haven't had 4 first-teamers on the coaches' All-SEC squad, end of the season we're talking about, not preseason. Haven't done that since 2006 when it was Robert Meacham, Aaron Sears, and two special teamers, Britton Colquitt and James Wilhoit. So it has been a while since Tennessee has even put 4 on the first team All-SEC list. Now, let me come back and show you the little wipey board, if we can get a shot in there, Nick. All right, just to put this in perspective, at the bottom there, 2007 to 2015, you've had 10 players, which I just showed you. The 9 seasons before that, 31 players from Tennessee. A little bit of a drop, and then above that, you can see how it's dropped off in 4-year. It dropped off in 4-year increments. Let's see, that should say 96 to 91, 95 to 91, 16, and then 21, 13, 10, and then down to 4. So it's fallen off over time. My question for you guys, you looked at those top 10 very quickly that we counted down. This year, will Tennessee land 4 or more first team All-SEC coaches squad?
I'll go with yes. Because I think you're going to get a defensive back. I think you're going to get a linebacker. I think you're going to get an offensive lineman, and then pick them from one of your skill players. So I'll say, yeah, I think you'll have Reeves-Maben. I think you'll have Sutton. I think you'll have Coleman Thomas. And then,
well, you got to have Derek Barnett. My goodness.
Who?
A little later in the show, in case you haven't figured out, we're going to talk about who didn't have Barnett in their top 10.
I'm going to go with Bob on this.
Because
I think Barnett, and I think Sutton, and Jalen Reeves-Maben. And I think there's going to be an offensive lineman, and here's why. Of course, I'm going based on I think Tennessee's going the East, and that allows you to have more people.
Yes.
All right?
That's why I think they'll do it, because you win the East, you're going to get more people voting for you.
So last year, Tennessee was second in the league in rushing, right? Mm-hmm. They're probably going to be first or second this year. And when it happens, they had they ran the ball a lot. I'm going to find an offensive lineman at Tennessee. Doesn't matter if they're that good or not. I just think that's the way they vote. So I'm going to say yes.
All right.
I think they're going to get at least 4. I think they could possibly get more because what Bob said, you've got guys at every level of the defense, maybe even a defensive lineman on there, perhaps an offensive lineman. I think Jalen Hurd could actually make it. Everybody will have Chubb and Fournette ahead of him, but Nick Chubb is coming off ACL injury, so Hurd could have a big year. You could have a specialist. You could have Dobbs. And you've got the guy who made it last year, Evan Berry,
That's right.
and maybe even Trevor Daniel. So there's going to be a potential to have several.
Trevor Daniel, by the way, you and I both had him on our top 10 list in terms of putting him in there. We both value a kicker, punter. What do you think, Vince? Are going to get to 4?
Yeah, I think they do get to 4. And Russell brought up a great point in terms of the specialist because it could be multiple guys. Evan Berry in the kick return game. Maybe Cam Sutton gets a little bit of extra bump because he's your punt returner as well. So he's has a shot to make it in 2 areas. Plus Trevor Daniel as a third potential special teams guy as the punter, and then Derek Barnett, he's got to deal with Myles Garrett at Texas A&M because he gets more hype, and then obviously Jalen Reeves-Maben as well, and Coleman Thomas maybe at center.
Very good, guys. So we all think that they will get 4 or more for the first time since 2006, which again would get back to Butch Jones has restocked the cupboard around here. When we come back, first we'll run through the top 10 that we counted down. We'll show you, in case you missed part of that, we'll show you who we had in our top 10. But the big question in the next segment, who's the most important newcomer on the Tennessee football team? Who will play the most important role moving forward of all the guys who didn't play last year? Come on back on the Sports Source.